Hey, it's Elizabeth Schneider with Wine for Normal People. Here's your episode 586 video commentary on an episode that I really had fun with. It's 5 paths to bubbles. So, 5 ways to produce sparkling wine and get bubbles in it on purpose. Because I don't know if you know this, but if you mess up production or like you have a stuck fermentation, you will have bubbles in your wine or bacterial spoilage, but you won't want them there. And that's not really what we're talking about. We're talking about like sparkling wine that we want to drink. So I start out with the oldest method, which is the ancestral method. That's like Pét Nat, Col Fondo. Talk about some of the ways that that is evolving, some of the things maybe you might not want in a Pét Nat. And then I talk about the champagne method. And I go over it in some detail. That's the second fermentation in the bottle out of which you drink it, long aging on the dead yeast cells. And I talk about the different kinds that you can get. So the different kinds of méthode champenoise that are made everywhere. And Italy is probably the one that's most surprising because it's not just Franciacorta that's made out of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, but Alta Longa and Oltrepo Pavese, Metodo Classico, Trento Doc, fantastic wines that are from the northern part of Italy, so really great acidity. Then I talk about some New World wines that you should look out for, like Methode Cap Classique, which I love, out of South Africa, and then Tasmanian sparkling, English sparkling. Anyway, great stuff. And then I talk about the tank method. That's really Prosecco, German Sekt, and Austrian Sekt, and Lambrusco. And the real thing there that I think is important to know is the evolution of it and the fact that it was an Italian who came up with that process, even though it's often referred to as the Charmat method because it was patented like a decade later with some improvements by a Frenchman, Eugène Charmat. Federico Martinati in Asti was the inventor of the method of, instead of it being the secondary fermentation being in the bottle, it's in a big tank under pressure. And so you can make sparkling wine a lot less expensively, quicker, all of these great things. So again, call it the Martinati method. I think we really need to start like respecting the Italians. I talk about the Asti method for Moscato d'Asti and Asti Spumante. It's only one fermentation in the bottle, but more like the tank method, kind of ancestral method meets tank method. And then carbonation, which if you've ever had a cheap mimosa at brunch, that's what you're having, carbonated sparkling wine. So those are the 5 methods. I am teaching sparkling on a budget on December 30th. I expect to see you there because we can taste the wines together. It'll be super fun. You could reserve those wines for New Year's. That is winefornormalpeople.com/classes. That's where you can always find live classes with me. I would love to see you in one. And I hope you enjoy the show. It's a little dorky, but also fun. And I hope it gives you some great new ideas.